before, you probably, chances are that you have heard the word turbulence. You've probably been in the plane for the pilot to tell you that, strap your seatbelt and fasten your seatbelt and whatnot. We'll be encountering some turbulence or da 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 da. You hear all of that, and the whole experience sometimes is really, would I say, mind blowing. You're actually lost in your minds because if you're driving a car and it gets turbulent, you probably know that you're the driver. But this pilot is in some cockpit that you can see how he's maneuvering this turbulence, and you're just sitting in the plane and this thing is just shaking and vibrating or whatever it is doing, and you're wondering, Charlie, what is going to happen? Well, at that point, the only thing you're required to do is to keep calm and fasten your seatbelt. But half the time you would hear some people praying, some people closing their eyes, and our minds run wild. Have you ever been in a turbulent plane before? What did you do? How was the experience? Were there something significant that happened that you'd want to share? A bit later, would get to understand exactly what is turbulence, because even as of now, I don't know what the turbulence is. What happens in the sky? What happens up there in the stratosphere, 35,000 feet? What is causing the turbulence? Some time back, I thought there were potholes in the sky. So the plane catch some pothole inside with it in the like that. Or something. I mean, what causes it? But that's a conversation that we're going to have a bit later. But I want to hear your turbulent experiences. Have you been on a plane and it got turbulent? What did you do? How was the feeling like? Did you have to say your last prayers? Did you have to even say a prayer at all? Or you're one of those people who get on a plane and then they get knocked out by the wine, and that's it. And whether turbulence or whatnot, they just chilled. Well, give me a call, 0302216541. You can WhatsApp us on 0244-340437. Any experience at all that you'd want to share, just give us a call and tell us about it. We're talking about turbulence. I mean, you would definitely wonder what's going on when you're up there 35,000 feet or 40,000 feet and this thing is not stable. It's supposed to be a calm flight, but there's some turbulence and you're seeing some clouds through the windows and you're seeing all sorts of things and you're wondering what's going on. I actually dragged in our frequent flyer program at Joy FM. The people were there with a lot more miles than anybody else. I think leading the pack is George Riafe, and then right behind George is George Ado. Looks like if you're a George, you're a flyer. What's up, George Squared? How are you guys? What's up, man? Now, George Riafe is just coming from London. How many days ago? That's what?
Sunday night.
Oh, my God.
George Ado is just coming from, was it Manchester or Liverpool?
Yeah, from Manchester.
From Manchester. Yeah, that was
early January.
I mean, these guys are actually topping the charts with our frequent flyer program. I think we need to do a chart here at Joy.
Frequent flyer program.
Yeah. Your air miles, Charlie, they over everybody else.
No, but you also coming
from Dubai.
So, like we're saying, moving on.
Like you're saying, Lexis is also coming back.
I mean, I thought that you guys definitely have turbulent experiences. Have you? Have you had any?
A lot of times. It comes and then you think that, okay, when is the next one going to happen?
Okay.
It's a very...
Like you're used to it now.
Kind of, but it depends also on the kind of aircraft that you are flying on. I mean, the smaller jets, they are terrible. I remember one time flying from New York to Washington, and these are smaller jets, and it was so bad that even the air hostess could not even stand up to walk up in the plane.
Wow.
Nothing was able to serve on it for more than 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Nobody was able to do anything, and it was just shaking like that and rumbling like that. So we actually had to land. And
you actually had to land unexpectedly?
No, I mean nothing happened. I mean, nobody moved in the plane since we took off when we got to the sky. Still, we had to land, and it was that bad.
Wow.
And sometimes it gets so bad that you think that, okay, listen, you start saying your prayers that, okay, listen,
you do?
I will not land, and so. Unto my hands I commit myself to the Lord. It is a terrible experience.
Yeah, but when these things happen, you're 35,000 feet above sea level, and in my mind I'm like, deal with off my Charlie. My craziest experience was when I was going to Skopje
Where is that?
Yeah, Skopje is Macedonia.
Boy.
Yeah, Macedonia.
How do you
You see, that was exactly the question I asked myself. I'm like, why did I even come?
What am I doing
This was
here?
the UEFA Super Cup between Real Madrid and Manchester United.
Okay.
And I was on the plane, yes, doing some small work for UEFA, and we got to the point where the pilot, they actually announced that, guys, we're going to be in some small trouble, and he's going to be dropping. No, wait, that's okay. You know, when it's turbulent and they are not dropping, it's okay. When they don't announce to you that they are going to drop like 1,000 feet down or something, that one is okay. When it's just turbulent and it's moving like that, you are okay. At least that one you're okay. But this one, there was an announcement that because of the pressure or whatever, Master, we are going to drop 1,000 feet.
Wow.
Lexis, the plane started to come down and they hold the chest. Hey, don't fall down. No. Like I'm laughing. I'm laughing and everything. But it's serious.
Yeah.
And I checked the plane again. I was the only black guy in it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the story? The only black guy going to watch the Real Madrid versus Manchester United.
You know,
I mean, seriously, it wasn't a joke.
I can imagine.
I was quiet. The good thing about being in the plane with the whites is that you don't get the prayers and the singing. But if you are coming home with some Amsterdam plane, you're coming from Amsterdam to Accra, Air France, you are coming. Look, those ones, because you have a lot of Ghanaians in there. When the plane just goes, yes way, oh yes, they start singing. And they add to the drama.
Yeah.
You see, I like it when the air hostesses are calm. And even though we are dying slowly. Yeah. Nobody is screaming. But when you are coming with the Ghanaian plane, they will start singing, they will praise the worship. Someone will start worship. Yes, then now I'm feeling it.
And Lexis, it gets bad when sometimes you have colleagues or people around screaming and they sound so frightened by it. Because sometimes you think that, you sail through these. And you're talking about the plane dropping. I mean, sometimes when you are even given an announcement, you prepare yourself for it. Now, I'm trying to match it with being in a lift, a normal lift, and when the lift is dropping, that experience that you feel in your tummy. Yeah. That is how it is. Now, I was traveling from Schiphol to Paris, and it wasn't announced. And all of a sudden, you realize that the engine is dead, and the airline is coming down, and nobody has told you anything.
Wow.
So it's like, and you have that terrible experience in your tummy. Yeah. It's like, is this plane going to drop?
Just drop.
It's dropping. You know that you're going.
Yeah.
And so now you just condition your mind that, listen, anything can happen. But despite all these problems, we are told that, listen, airline is still the safest. I think that the experience more is on the smaller jets.
But George,
before you come in, George, let me just invite our friends who are listening as well into the conversation. I mean, we just want to hear about your turbulent stories. 0302-216-541. Have you had any experience, any wild, scary plane experience before? Turbulence is quite normal for those who fly a lot.
It's not normal. Every day is a new experience. Lexis. No matter how.
I'm talking about those who work in the skies.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean. Because I've been on planes where it's very turbulent, and then the air hostesses are just casually walking around.
Because we've also had reports that no matter how bad it is, the plane might not crash, no matter how bad the turbulence is. And it's just a movement of change in altitude and wind direction.
I have actually been on one that was really, really vigorous.
Yes.
Like you can literally hear things go. I think even on that plane, you know how the pilot goes onto the radio and says we're going to be encountering some turbulence, and then says, okay, put on your seatbelt and whatnot. Now, right after that, it got very turbulent. And then the air hostess, I think the lead or whoever it is who goes on the radio, also goes back and says, cabin crew, fasten your seat, take your seats and fasten your seatbelt. And I think there was one who was still walking around. Yeah. She literally shouted on her over the radio, cabin crew, take your seat.
Yes.
Like, and that was when I was like, okay,
they don't take safety for granted when it comes to.
This is real.
No, I like the stories. Oh, airline is the best travel. It's the best, the safest. Everything is good. But see, when you're in the plane and it's happening, and because what doesn't help the cause is that I remember when I was even flying from Kumasi to Accra, but that was
talk
right
about
after
the Ghanaian jet.
I'm coming. Yeah,
it's something else.
Alexis, that was right after. Sorry, maybe a social perfect. Right after the Ethiopia crash, happened.
Okay,
I was in Kumasi that Sunday, so I had to come to Accra. So that day I was very, 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 very steady. And the problem with plane is that you see, unlike trotro and taxi, when the driver is here, the driver jai missy. But for this plane business, once you are ushered into the plane, ladies and gentlemen, until the pilot decides to come down, you have no opportunity. Yeah. So you have to sit down quiet. So that day I was like, Father, it has happened in Ethiopia. It won't happen again. This is gonna take us. Look, and the turbulence, and sometimes, and like you said, the small planes. That's the thing. The small planes,
it's terrible.
It's terrible. If you're in a big plane, no problem. But even a small plane, Charlie, that day we're going on. My cameraman was saying that, Charlie, and my cameraman, instead of telling me something to make me happy, he said, Charlie, with the good thing, I said, only 2 black men did the thing inside. But yeah, my friend, it was really, 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 and for me, anytime it happens, do I say my prayers? Yeah, I said my prayers before I come and sit in the plane. I just try to be calm as possible.
Yeah.
Just be calm.
Some of us will say, onto my life I commit my...
Onto the Lord I commit my...
No. So I'm always gauging the reaction. I'm always gauging the reaction of the air hostesses. No, I'm just gauging the reaction. What are they doing at the time? If they are calm, I'm calm. But there are times when you look into their eye, and like the guys...
Then you didn't want to be on the plane DJ Mensa was, because he sent me a message that says, mine was so serious, the flight attendant said, Jesus.
Hey!
That one is serious.
And for that experience, in terms of the smaller jets, I have told myself, if I always have an opportunity to go for the bigger jets, I would do that.
But you don't always have
I'm saying that. Yeah. So anytime you're going on a smaller jet, it's like, oh my God, I pray that.
I mean, when you're booking a ticket, you don't go and then ask them.
But I remember just after the Ethiopian incident, I was traveling to Los Angeles. So at the airport here in Kotoka, I was trying to have a little bit of a coffee at the coffee bar and all the rest. And the guy was like, hey, who took Kwayana? And I said, yes. But right now, aren't you worried that there was a crash? This guy too was his problem. Asking me this question at that time, I've not been afraid on aircraft than ever before. When the guy tried to remind me of the Ethiopian incident, then I was looking at the ticket to see the kind of air flight that the airline that we are taking, connecting. Do
you ever Google to see the size or something?
I think that now I've tried to stop reading about aviation news, because I think that the more I get the news, the more I get frightened being on.
And because when the 737, that's the Ethiopia one happened, people would book tickets and then watch if it's a Boeing.
The Boeing or it's.
And I remember before I traveled, I was listening to news on BBC, and then they spoke to one former pilot, and they asked him that if he's going to travel and realized that it was a Max 737, he said even if he's in the tunnel, he will cancel his flight.
Wow.
I was like, this is even if a former pilot is saying this. So I was like, should I look at the airline and look at them? Maybe because even when that announcement came out that they are not flying to Ghana, I remember we did a search, and one of the airlines was actually flying to Ghana with that aircraft.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, listen, I will not look at it. You see, anything happens.
I like this one.
Before you come in, George, I've got lots of messages. Let me read a few of them. Mimi in Accra says, Lexis, my stomach was doing me until I opened my eyes and realized I was laying on my bed at Medina dreaming. Yeah, right. Okay. Bro, I didn't care much about I didn't care much for the turbulence. I was really chilled because I'm used to the potholes and manholes on Ghana roads.
No.
It was that altitude reaction.
Yeah.
My ears and eardrums were hurting so much that I was actually
that
crying.
was night turbulence.
Lexis,
it's a normal thing.
Lexis, I wept so much that that cute Emirates cabin crew member, a lady, came sympathizing with me. It was painful and I couldn't hear much for days. Turbulence are normal to me, but thinking the plane can crash, Charlie, I begin to make peace with God. Anthony.
Look, a friend of mine said that he's not afraid of death, but the process of dying. When you wake up or you don't wake up and you're gone, but when you're struggling, you know that the way this airline is behaving, there's a likelihood that it's going to crash,
and you don't know what to do.
The process of dying itself is another thing.
And you're not in control.
And you're not in control of
that. In the USS Lexis, mine was messy turbulence on our way back from our honeymoon in Jamaica. Lexis, my heart was in my mouth, but I pretended brave and kept calming my wife. We had some Jamaicans praying. Come and see some Rasta men pray to Jah.
You really do.
I feel for him, though.
No, it's
a marine
scary,
engineer friend of mine, Chris, is saying that For him, the ship is the safest.
Oh, please.
The ship is the safest?
That's another thing altogether.
Really?
You throw up and all the rest.
I mean, you'd rather throw up than anything else, but I'm still wondering if the ship is the safest.
I disagree with him. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Anyway. I'm not sure it'd be that fast.
Lexis, 17th March 2002, returning from Berlin, Alitalia Airlines. I'll never forget. For 30 minutes, it was a hell. I thought we would never make it. Annoyingly, the crew members were calm, as if death means nothing to them.
And those days, the airline, Africa, the uni days, but that route, the Libya route, I don't know, and even the South Africa route also. It was something else.
It's you see, I'm saying, look, when there was another flight. There's another flight from Italy to Kiev.
Hold on, I think we have a little problem with our 030 number. So if you want to call us, you can call on 0244 340437. Not on WhatsApp, on regular call. On 0244 340437. I know people have their own turbulent stories that they would want to share. So 0244 340437. Apologies for those. To those who are calling on our 0302 line. I think there's a little challenge that we're having with it. But you can call 0244 340437 and also share your stories with us. So sorry that we were unable to connect the 0302 number. Already we have somebody here. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. You're welcome. What's your name?
Lexis, it's Charles.
Okay, Charles. You're welcome.
Right, thanks.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, Lexis, for me, I don't really have a personal experience, but my dad did. And it is funny when he talks about it. I think he was taking a trip from Accra to Takrady. And it was during this Hamatan time.
Okay.
So, yes, the pilots had to fly really, really, really high. I think above the dust and all that sound.
Pilots
around 30,000 feet. Man.
Wow.
He still talks about it today. Trust me, the turbulence was crazy. Like, that was the first time he's actually come so close, like, to the shaking and man. It's been about 4 years now. He talks about it all the time. So,
wow.
Oh, man. When you're out there, Charlie, you just pray.
Just pray. I know, right? Anyway, thank you so much. Yeah, 0244 340437. Apologies. Remember, you can only call us this afternoon. I'm sure our technicians are working around the clock to fix those lines on 0244 340437. Nana is Fintech says, Lexis, I've had a few turbulence experiences on flights, but what could you do up there? There's no stopping, so I just resigned myself to whatever. Okay, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. What's your name?
Yeah, Lexis, this is Nana.
Nana, how you doing, man?
Alekulu.
All right, let's hear you.
I said this 2nd January.
2nd January.
Emirates to Dubai to Ghana to Dubai. Emirates. Charlie. When I did a plane inside the blue guy, Massa. Where the pilot announced to the cabin crew, everybody sit down. Like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Bro.
Wow.
Anybody who was on the train that day would tell you that day, 2nd January,
yeah.
Jack, I took like this Hennessy, like 5 bottles.
You're serious?
This guy.
You wanted to knock yourself out.
From Ghana woman day my back. When the pilot decided to descend, they're like,
see, some say they got Ghana for
Charlie.
Wow.
Charlie, that'll be my experience, bro. It's not easy.
Charlie, thanks a lot for sharing. For 45 minutes, I mean, I can't imagine that.
45
that's quite long, you know?
45 is long. 45 is long.
Because, I mean, normally it's like 10 minutes.
But it can happen like 15. I've had about 20 minutes experience.
Yes.
Wow.
I've experienced 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Well,
when you just close your eyes and pray.
And you are trying to be a guy, you are reading, you are watching the movie, but you know
at that moment you feel that the airline is so light that even just total off your seat, you're going to drop.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, you're welcome. What's your name?
Hi, Lexis, this is AC.
AC, welcome. Thank you so much for calling. Let's hear you, AC.
Lexis, you just reminded me of my experience. And I'm sitting in the car with my kids and I'm just laughing. I'm able to laugh about it, but it was terrible. For 30 minutes, British Airways. It was shaking. And I was just looking at
the crew members.
And the crew members, I was just looking at the crew members, and I knew that something wasn't right.
Oh, they were visibly shaking too?
Shaking. My goodness, I was shaking like a leaf. Then I realized that the planes that crash and the people who crash in the planes, they do not find it easy. It's not a funny experience.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
So what,
and
you had to say...
I wouldn't go back in it again.
You had to...
What can you do?
Yeah? If you have to travel, you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Did you have to say a prayer or something of the sort?
I prayed all through, and I was shaking like a leaf. I was shaking.
Try.
That was a terrible experience. 30 minutes of my life in that British Airways plane.
Interesting. Wow. Well, were there other people who were also audibly praying?
They were praying. You know, George talked about you being in the plane with the Ghanaians who were praying and singing and calling on God.
I told you people. I told you.
And so I was just laughing when he started it. And I was like, you don't want to be in it with them because you are thinking of what's going to happen. Where am I going to?
Yeah.
And everybody is just calling on their God.
Well, AC, God protect us. Thank God you're safe as well. Thank you. I've got Jeff who says, Lexis, I was traveling from Kigali to Joburg. I went to the washroom and immediately the pilot announced there's going to be turbulence. Jack, turbulence in the washroom is something else. I had my heart in my mouth. I think the 787 Dreamliner is a bit safer than the rest. It can go much higher than most aircrafts, thereby avoiding some turbulence.
That's what the lady said. Look, I'm okay when we are all scared. Let's all keep quiet. Let's do this slowly.
Yeah.
let those of us who scream and die before the plane goes down, let's do it. But I don't like you are heightening the tension
by praying and
yes,
shouting,
the Ghanaians
singing.
Are praying, singing Elder Mreku songs, singing Tomato songs. Then you know that you have gotten there. Some are singing hymns.
In trouble, you call
draw
upon
me
your
nearer
God.
to hey.
Draw me nearer at that particular time.
I'm telling you, and the Muslims are doing their thing. And there was one time I told from Italy to Ukraine. Charlie, because of Champions League, I go out there. That was the final, Liverpool versus Real Madrid. And again, I think we're just like three black guys, and the whites were going all the way up there. And it was happening. There was a guy by my side, Charlie. He takes something, come with. They do, I don't know, the beats or whatever. They did 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they look up, then they do cross, then they do hey. But this guy is mixing 3 religions. Because he talk, then go do 1, 2, 3, go do the Catholic one. They go keep quiet small, they meditate. Hey, God!
You blast. Hello. Hello. Yes, sir.
Hi.
What's your name, boss? Nana. Oh, okay. Good to have you, man. Talk to me.
Yeah. Charlie, the thing there, you see, it's not about, sometimes it's not scary. Yeah, it's not scary and all. But for those people coming through or something, I'm going to train you any other. But Charlie, if they sit there, they see the coffee they shake out. Or they give you something now. Then that's when you see Charlie trouble they come. With the worst experience I had, I mean, I was sitting there, I wasn't scared. There was this lady sitting beside me, like she kept on using the F word. It's happening again. How is it happening again? And then it happened again. So as I was sitting there, you know, that was like the worst. So I just took some my earphone. I'm just sharing about and I felt like, okay, Mama, if you want to die right. So I still listen to Sarah Condier, this the Castro. Castro started to talk about the who started to hear who say the Castro they are split back. Then I had to change the song. No, like it's funny. You might not know, yeah? You are up there, and then the things that go into your mind, it's like you are mad. Oh, you're totally like crazy.
Yeah.
You know, and I said, just how I said, look, if we want to die right, and I started listening to music. But gladly, I mean, people were applauding the pilot. I think he did his own thing, and then we were safe.
Wow, that's interesting.
In choice of songs there.
Yao Ofosu, my brother at SMT. He says, Lexis, mine was from Kumasi to Accra. I was with my boss, and just as we were approaching Accra, clouds gathered and it was about to rain. Come and see us. My boss was busy on his phone and I wasn't sure what he was doing. When we landed, finally, he said he was sending messages to loved ones.
Which network?
I think I died that day literally. Oh my goodness.
No matter how you've experienced it, I mean, each day is something different.
Something new. Lexis, my worst experience was the airspace between Singapore and Indonesia.
That's one
those were not turbulence; they were air holes.
Yeah.
That is what the aircraft. That's when the aircraft drops and holds.
Yeah.
I thought we would never make it. Koshi Apalu. Wow. Okay, now Yabi also says, can you imagine coming down to land and suddenly the pilot had to abort landing and force the plane to take off again?
Yeah, I have experienced that
see
before.
people praying in tongues. That was my worst experience from Accra to Takrade some years ago. That's from Yabi.
No, but this one is serious.
Yeah.
This one is serious.
I had
very, very serious.
That experience on BA. We were about to land. The pilot said that there are some clouds approaching, so he wouldn't land. He wants to go back and roam again or taxi, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was something else, because we thought everything was okay. We were about to land, Then we jet up again.
Charles in Pram says, Lexis wondered why before flying, when the crew are doing the pre-flight instructions, people who have flown before become very, very silent, and the plane becomes extremely quiet. It's not a funny thing, bro, at all. Charles in Pram. Wow. Very interesting experiences. Would actually, I want to understand the whole science of turbulence, okay? Would get that for you here on Drive Time. I'll speak to one of our experts. Today, I just wanted us to share our experiences about turbulence and whatnot. But on our travel series, we'd explore some of these things so we get to understand. Because really, I still don't understand what happens when it's turbulence. You know what I mean? Wind, whatever. They've got to explain it to us. You know what I mean? So we'd actually get all that explanation right here. George, thank you very much. George,
thank you, Lexis.
And George Ado, they have the highest air miles here at Joy FM. Anyway, so thank you so much. Our Drive Time is proudly brought to you by MT, and welcome to the new world. Our travel series